Welcome to the next session, environment and session variable. Till now we have seen how to use your data item and collection into your business process for a data handling. So similar to that, you have a other variable concept in your Blue Prism process, which is environment and session variable. Based on your needs or based on your process request, you can use these two variables and play with it according to your needs. So what is the use of environment variable? Where exactly this comes into picture is environment variable should be used to store any process or application information that may be subjected to change either between environment. When you push your code from lower environment to higher environment, which is from dev to UAT, prod or so on, in that cases there might be some scenario or some values which might get changed. So for that cases, you don't need to end up in doing code changes every time. You have to update the value into environment variable. So wherever you push your code, then change the value alone in the environment variable, so you will not end up in doing code changes for each and every releases. So there are some certain examples where I have been noted down, so you can be able to relate it. The URL for browser based application, of course URL will get changed from lower to higher environment, which is dev. You will have a different URL, and when it goes to production or UAT, it will have a different URL. So you can keep the URL of your business process applications as an environment variable. So when it keeps changing, you have to update, or you can update it in your environment variable so that you don't need code changes. So there are a lot other examples where file path used to collect a file, or file path used to save a reports, and email address. So email address is also one of the most important example, I would say, because for example, if you're doing any development related to email activity, in the development phase you might use your id to do a couple of testings. When it moves to production or live, you have to use a business users id, right? So in that case you cannot do code changes when it pushed into production. So those kind of places you can use environment variable. Keep your email id in the environment variable. When it is done with the testing and development, you can use the business user id so that the code changes not required. So that's pretty much on what is environment variable and how to use or where to use environment variable in our process. Coming up next, we are going to see how to configure or create environment variable. So see you in the next session.